Starting? Okay. Hey guys, this is Joseph Gray with Pandemonium Gaming doing a deck profile of my Scrap Spyral deck that I took to the Pro Play Tour Invitational in Orlando this past weekend. I actually ended up finishing top 8 after the top 16 cut. I lost to myself bricking for the first time in the day in top 8. The deck ran really well. I actually think it might have been the best deck in the room. It's just unfortunate that we all kind of knocked each other out in the top cut when it came to Scrap Spyral. But I'm going to do my shoutouts now, just because I know no one stays till the end of the video to watch them. So first and foremost, shout out to Pandemonium Gaming themselves for giving me all the cards that I need in order to play in this event, travel, and give me the opportunity to play this game again. Shout out to my girlfriend, Jess. She was out there in Orlando. She gave me coffee right before the tournament started, and that made all the difference, honestly. And shout outs to, honestly, like everyone in Louisiana who was sending me texts and updating me on Facebook, cheering me on throughout the day. Didn't get to play on stream for you guys, but all the support that you send me really does mean a lot, and I appreciate it all the time. So with that, we can go ahead and get into the deck. So first and foremost, you play 3 Magician Souls. This card is what took Spyral really back into the metagame. They're super expensive right now, $130 a piece, so if you have them, play this deck. Otherwise, you probably shouldn't play in this format. And the card that I think pushed our deck over the top is Scrap Recycler, this entire package right here, right? So the reason that you play the scraps, in addition to all the other combo pieces that you have in your deck, is it allows you to create your Appaloosa before going into your normal combo if you open well enough. Because normally, the only normal summon that you had without the scraps was just going to be a quick fix or a drone. This gives you 3 other normal summons that they either have to answer, or it's going to render their hand traps just completely useless for the rest of the game. So I played the O-line instead of the Jet Synchron just because I didn't like minusing myself. It's a little bit, in the way my deck plays, I don't play the Where Art Thou at all. It's just not in it. The way my deck plays, the token can sometimes be tributed off of a danger. That's come up a few times. So O-line's best. I like it more than Jet Synchron. It doesn't make me pitch a card. So this package is A1, and it lets you also make a U board really easily with that. So other thing you play are the dangers, the 1 Nessie, 2 Snakes, 2 Jackalope. The reason we did this is we just didn't want our deck to break. And when I say our deck, I mean it was a collaboration between myself, DeBlessin Wilson, and Mike Bowie, the other people on my team. We felt that adding 5 more Upstart Goblins to our deck would essentially just help. We weren't worried about main deck Droll. If they had it, they had it. I'm not gonna play my entire 40 card based on a 3 of that might be in some people's decks. And these cards just assist you going second, breaking boards. There's so many nightmare pitch effects where they turn a neg into a +2. These cards are just insane. Then we get to the Spyral cards. Never thought I'd be playing 2 Master Plan, but she's what makes all of this busted stuff possible. Then our ratios here were the 2 Super Agent and the 1 Tough. We were originally playing 3 Agent, but honestly, it was just bricking. I hate to say it, I never thought I'd say Super Agent was a brick, but with the way that the deck plays now, with the Magician Souls and the dangers and the scraps, this guy doesn't really progress your board state like he used to. But I still wanted to have the option of, if I can open Tough Agent going second and game them, it's great. Tough versus all these back row matchups, 1900 beater is actually really tough for a lot of decks to deal with. Sometimes if you're against Altergeist, you can just play a Spyral Tough, put a Last Resort on him with a Resort up, and they really can't out that. So really like this card. The 1 of was just fine. Wish I could have fit more, but this ratio worked out just perfectly. And then your broken 1-ofs, the quick fix, the drone, sleeper, and last resort. This guy is the entire reason you play the deck. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I've been playing this deck since 2017. All I've played is Spyral. Took a break and played Orcus for a bit, but this guy is just what makes you keep coming back. The double pop is way too strong. And the last monster is the one of DD Crow, because you search it in your combo. Moving on to spells, we have the 2 Called by the Graves and the 2 Race card. The original ratio of this was 3 and 1, but sometimes in the mirror, the game's going to go past just 1 turn, and having that additional race car for like a recursion play to Boral Sword your opponent on the next turn can make all of the difference in that mirror matchup. Also, we do play Curious, and milling one of the race cars, like just milling your only race car, would really suck if you milled it off Curious, so this allows us to still combo off in those situations. 1 resort. Hate to draw it unless you're playing against Altergeist, then it's awesome to draw it, but 1 Foolish, 1 Assault. These are just all broken 1-ofs right here. I mean, Reborn, 1 for 1. This card loves me. I think I might have opened it twice in top 16. No, I drew the different combo, but I don't know. This card, you open it, if they don't have any type of response, no matter when you're playing Spyral, what format it is, or was, or has been, it's just game. So, yeah, I'm a fan of 1 for 1. Traps, you have your combo pieces, I call them, right there. In our combo, we do end, if it goes uninterrupted, it can either end on Appaloosa with the Curious, the Appaloosa Curious sending this anti-spell to grave with a Griffin, Trigate, Negate, and a Sleeper. So, yeah, I played the anti-spell just because it was the best floodgate. It's an out to Dark Ruler in games 2 and 3 when you're going first. No one really saw this coming. Some people actually scooped up their cards as soon as I sent the anti-spell for my combo. It's just really good, and obviously the 3 mission rescues. They can edit that out. Moving on, the last card in the deck, pause it, and the last card in our deck that we decided on was 3 Infinite Impermanents. So, the theory, logic behind this card was one of the better hand traps. The only one that's actually better than it would be, I think, Gamma in this. But the reason you like this is if you go first, you can pitch it off of Souls and draw a card and reset it off of Griffin for more meaningful interruption on your opponent's turn. Also, this doesn't get hit by Called by the Grave, which is moving its way back into the meta since we have so many Spyral decks and Spyral mirrors. If you're able to imperm some key pieces of people's combos, you can actually stop their turn altogether sometimes. This doesn't care if they have Appaloosa up, it'll still actually say stop if you do it at the right time. It also can just out an Appaloosa, like the Extravagance board, they end on just Appaloosa Sleeper, and you imperm the Appaloosa, and honestly a Sleeper isn't nearly enough to just stop a Spyral turn with all the extenders that we play. So this card, it was really good the entire day. I really like it, wouldn't cut it. It's great against rogue decks as well, because of the PPG, you just never know what you're playing against, and I haven't really been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Much, so I just decided Impermanence is safe, and I'm really, really glad we played it. It came in clutch throughout the entire tournament, every time I drew it. Moving on to our extra deck, pretty straightforward. We have the 1 Lyralist, she's just part of the combo. Boral Sword, Curious, combo piece, OTK enabler, your Nightmare package, you play all of the legal ones, pretty much. Cerberus actually came up a lot, like at one point we were almost like trying to cut this, but this card's really insane. Also, when you're able to make your U, you actually can end on Cerberus as well, and that's super, super helpful. It's like you're playing Goki again. Best card in your extra deck, Appaloosa. Want to play multiples of this almost, it's just so good. Yeah, they're expensive, I think they're like 80 or 100 bucks now, but like this guy, it's the entire reason you play the scraps. You make this bow and then do your combo. It's crazy that we're at a point in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I'm saying I'm gonna make this Link 4 and then start doing my combo. It's just insane to me. Don't know why they printed this, but glad I played it. Proxy Dragon, only there for the U board. I think I resolved it like one time throughout the entire tournament, but when I did, they picked up their cards, because, I mean, how are you outing a U Tri-Gate Sleeper? It's just not happening. Linkuriboh, just the best level 1. Tri-Gate, Negate board, Scrap Wyvern. This card's insane. It's so funny because DeBlessin didn't even like know what this card did, and then he read it. He's like, "Oh, so we're just playing that, right?" I said, "I guess we are." Gets you to, it's like enables so many more hands that would be bricks just become 2-card combo hands, or they become just, it's a 1-card like Appaloosa when you do it with the recycler. So gotta play it. Barricade board blocker, just lets you chain block master plan, do it every time. And 2 Spyral double helix. So don't need more than 2, but with Lithosa Gem back, you kind of need to have at least 2 in the extra deck, just in case they hit you with 1. Sideboard. I really like my side. Only thing, I'd change like maybe 1 card in there, but here we go. It's the 1 Pankratops and the 1 Reboot. I don't care that they hit these cards to 1. They're still powerful enough that I'm going to play the 1 copy that I'm allowed. 2 Nibiru. This card sucks. I wouldn't play it again. It's like, every time you play against a competent player, this card just gets infinitely worse. I mean, only time is if you're hoping that a scrub overcommits. That's the only time that you're really going to get value out of here, because, okay, you Nibiru a Spyral player in the middle of their combo, okay, they're rocked, cool. Now they're going to continue their plays as though nothing happened. Like, it just doesn't do enough, and you're giving them a token as more link fodder, so I don't really like this card. I wouldn't play it again. It would get cut for a 3rd Drolan Lockbird for sure, and then I'd find a different, I don't know what I'd add. Just, I needed to play 3 Drolls, and I don't need to play this stupid rock. Droll's a given. Last thing, 3 Evenlies, 3 Twins, because the back row decks, like, you just don't want to lose to that. It feels bad when someone puts on their helmet and sets 5. You just don't want to lose versus those decks, so gotta put your blowout cards in. And last card, which is just best card in the side, don't know why they printed this, is Dark Ruler. Didn't know this card existed until I realized, oh, this is the best out to the Spyral board that's ever been printed. So yeah, play 3 of these. Also just beats Pendulum, which is just a free matchup anyway, but like, this card's insane. I wish I could side just like, I don't know, in the mirror match, I wish I could just side like 12 copies of this and then like 3 other cards. It's just so good. But other than that, that's the deck. Fun weekend in Orlando. Next tournament I'll be attending is Argent Saga Championship in Vegas on the 21st of February. Fact check me on that. But shout out to Coop Star Cards for featuring this video on his channel. Much appreciated, man. Another member of the Wakanda family in there. And other than that, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.